young and Dakada, Yariana Toke, Ibom Akwa Ibom, you know, Akwa Ibom, I do our own. I'm so my brother, sister, from Dakada, Akwa Ibom, I do our own. She don't hear now, sir. Me photo run on to your tea, correct when from Dakada, Akwa Ibom, I do our own. Abodo na ubogo tumo nyamurwa na mutimo konsa Yini kem Dakada Akwa Ibom ado ao Eyang Indiana o Yang Indiana toke Ilakida Ilakida kenyo Oro sete yemi komo Nengi nidyo Face like Bobo Dakada Yang Indiana toke Dakada Ibom Akwa Ibom Akwa Ibom ado ao I'm telling you every day is not the same. Today not today, no time to play. Dakadam bok, no delay. You want to numb for the day. I thank the Lord for giving me a state like Akwa Ibom. And there is some Akwa Ibom, I do our own.
Like the arrival of a new child, Ibom Air has brought tremendous delight and a sense of self-fulfillment to the people of Akwa Ibom State. As part of Governor Dum Emmanuel's Dakada vision, the commercial airline is a major achievement that has fulfilled the state's desire to break new ground and forge ahead into regions where many are scared to venture into. A recent superlative development in the aviation sector in Akwa Ibom State is the developing infrastructure at the Victor Atta International Airport, which, in tangent with the governor's vision, is set to transform the economy of the state, attract foreign direct investments to it, and improve the standard of living of the citizenry. From the beginning of his tenure, Governor Dum Emmanuel's vision for industrialization had been anchored on making heavy investments in the three gateways of transportation: land, air, and sea.
When we made our blueprints public, we said there are three gateways in which we will launch the economic blueprints of Akwa Ibom State within a short and medium term. A, land and water. All the three will touch with a remarkable development.
Today, we have seen his investments yield massive results, starting from the land infrastructure, where the present administration has constructed more roads and bridges than any other government in the past 6 years. These roads were constructed strategically to connect the industries situated in the hinterland to the urban areas, thereby ensuring it is economically viable to the state.
In the past 6 years and few months or weeks, we have commissioned numerous economically viable roads and other critically soft and hard infrastructure in this state. As the Americans would say, we are just starting. And I think they put it in their own slangs. They will say, you ain't seen nothing yet. But I believe a lot more. And I try to say that we are trying to make sure we link the entire state by this quality of roads. Immediately you come out of the airport to your left, we'll see another one. We are taking from there to link with the east-west road. So when you get to the east-west road, you veer off this one and then into Uyo. Then from Uyo now, we are doing dualized like this straight into the Atlantic Ocean by both Julius Berger and CECC. We'll do from Uyo to Etinan. Etinan will take to Eket into Ibom. And that will ensure that we must have actually ring around the entire state with a dualized thoroughfare of highest quality.
The marine transportation is gradually taking shape following the federal government's approval of the Ibom Deep Sea Port. The seaport is at its full business case and procurement stage and has been granted a free trade zone license.
we are not only developing a deep water port, a deep sea port, we are also developing a logistics center in Ignorance that will take care of the downstream. Then between Ibom, Mbo, Esreke and that axis, we'll have an industrial park with one of the deepest natural droughts of a deep sea port, which as of today, we've already pre-qualified all the investors. We are just waiting for the last lap, and then construction will commence.
The aviation industry in Akwa Ibom State remains Nigeria's best-kept secret, and standing at the center of it is the premier state-owned airline in Africa, the iconic Ibom Air. Since its launch 3 years ago, Ibom Air has redefined the outlook of air travel in the country, and the recent introduction of 10 new Airbuses is a proof that it is the most sought-after airline in Nigeria.
The launching of Ibom Air, I must say, is a monumental achievement, not only in Nigeria, but in Africa. I stand to be corrected. Let any man, let any businessman, let any politician, let any government official show me one country where a state in Africa has nurtured and brought to fruition the unveiling of a commercially viable airline business that has a vision that will materialize in a very short term, within a period of 2 years, except the state that is named after God on planet Earth. That is Akwa Ibom.
Aside from Ibom Air, Governor Ibom Emmanuel's grand plans of upgrading the Akwa Ibom Airport to an international standard have been gradually coming together as the almost completed maintenance, repair and overhaul facility at the airport is set to significantly improve the economy of the state. Another infrastructural development is the new terminal building, which Governor Emmanuel said is poised to be the smartest in Africa. These infrastructures, including a new 3.6-kilometer taxiway, which can double as a runway, are currently under construction and will be ready for commissioning before 2023.
Ongoing construction of the international terminal, which I stand to be corrected. By the time we finish, Mr. Speaker, it's going to be the smartest terminal building in Africa. And also, the facilities at Victor Atta International Airport, improvement of the MRO, ongoing construction of the taxiway, and what I could term as the overall aviation development, so that we can actually steer ahead as number one in that subsector.
His development strides during his tenure have proved that he has built infrastructure that will outlive him for generations to come, ensuring his name and legacy will remain evergreen in the hearts of the Akwa Ibom people. True to his words and his desire to build sustainable developmental projects that will outlive his administration, grow the economy that will impact the Akwa Ibom people's standard of living, Governor Ibom Emmanuel did not stop at inaugurating Ibom Air, which birthed in 2019 with only 2 aircraft, but in 3 years added 5 aircrafts. Of these numbers, 2 being the A220 and 300 series aircrafts that were launched in June 2021. Governor Emmanuel hinted that 10 Airbus A220 to 300 series would be added to the fleet of Ibom Airline before his tenure elapses in 2023, and thanked the Chief Executive Officer of Ibom Air, Captain Fonudum, for supporting his vision of aviation development in the state.
And I stand here to really appreciate the CEO, appreciate our brother, Captain Fonudum, for running with the vision that we have. Oftentimes, we always put heads together, but today, I think he let the cat out of the bag, because we were keeping that one in our pocket as a joker that will play very soon. But today he had already announced it. I can only re-echo with him. He announced already that we're in the pipeline that this big eagle you're seeing here, we are going into a major business arrangement that will see this big bird 10 birthing within a short period before I leave office. 10 in London. And we are working seriously on that. And I want to believe God will help us so that we can take over the entire airspace in this region.
Special guests at the event, Governor of Sokoto State, Right Honorable Aminu Tambuwal, and Right Honorable Amadou Fintiri, the Governor of Adamawa, congratulated Governor Emmanuel for exceptional development of the state, especially the aviation industry, noting that the aircraft will unlock the economy of the state and the country at large.
Aviation is under the exclusive legislative list of the federal government. And since the inception of this administration, they have been talking about national career. We have not seen even a local government career. What we are witnessing today is a further consolidation of the efforts of our brother, PDP governor, who has been elected on the platform of our party, doing very well for the people of Akwa Ibom State, and even taking the bar higher, delving and going into the aviation sector and proving to Nigerians that this can be done.
Growing the aviation industry and by extension unlocking the already locked economy of this country. This is one airline that will be growing from number to number and by strength to strength. I urge you to continue on this line to ensure that you do your best, not only here in the aviation industry, you are always also doing wonders in the agricultural sector, which has baffled me. I say, how can a man be in Akwa Ibom? You are doing wonderfully well in the aviation, you have oil, and you want to also take the agriculture, which is the pride of the North, to Akwa Ibom. I think you need to be supported, you need to be celebrated, especially that you are doing this kind of wonderful thing for your people.
Recall that during the inauguration and unveiling of the airline, former Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Architect Obong Victor Attah, and former Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, described the Ibom Air as a landmark legacy that demonstrates the governor's excellent leadership.
We have Ibom Emmanuel, who has seen it necessary to carry on the dream that we had several years ago. There was a time when it was believed that successive government should destroy everything the previous government had done. But that is not so with Governor Ibom Emmanuel. I was accused of running the government as a business. But Ibom Emmanuel has come to confirm that it is the only way to run the government successfully. You have to run it not only as a business, but as a successful business.
Today, we celebrate leadership. Today, we celebrate the good things that can come out of Nigeria. Today, we celebrate the audacity of hope. Today, we celebrate where a man has a dream for his people, and he does not stop until that dream is realized. Because today, what he has done, he has shown that every time he's thinking about his people. How can I make life better for my people? How can I bring investment to my state? How can I improve governance? And how can I provide leadership? I congratulate you. We are proud of you, the PDP family, that you are one of us.
To further ensure that his expansion plan for the aviation sector is not just rhetoric, Governor Ibom Emmanuel has ensured that optimum levels of development is ongoing at the Victor Attah International Airport where the maintenance, repair and overhaul facility, the smart terminal and the new taxiway are being constructed and will be completed and inaugurated before the end of 2022.
Our international terminal building, once completed, will be the best in the continent. And you can quote me on this. It would also be the smartest. Our MRO, that is maintenance, repair, and overhaul hangar, is ongoing. The pace of work only got slowed down due to the restrictions placed on international travels due to COVID-19 pandemic. Our taxiway, the new Category 2 runway, these are huge investments that prime our state as an emerging industrial hub.
During an inspection of the projects, Governor Ibom Emmanuel disclosed that the maintenance, repairs and overhaul facility has the capacity to carry 2 747 aircraft series, 8 A220 to 300 series, and all the CRJs, which will facilitate economic growth in the state. The facility is intended to provide maintenance services to airlines for the whole of West Africa, as it will be the first of its kind to be fully functional in the region. Governor Emmanuel said that the new terminal building will be the smartest in Africa, adding that Ibom Air will commence its regional flight once the project is completed.
I think it's the biggest facility in Africa. You can't find this anywhere in Africa. You can take 2 747-800 series. You can take 8 of our A220-300 series. You can take all our CRJs for now. So you can imagine, and I'm sure you've walked around us, all installations are near completion right now. And you can imagine we're the newest bride for all the aircraft maintenance companies across the globe. As of today, we've gotten offers from so many of these aircraft maintenance companies. And you can imagine how this will end foreign exchange to the state. It's better imagined at this time for now. When we experience it, it will be a different story. And you can imagine how the present regime can turn a dilapidated, completely dilapidated shell into one of the best, aviation facilities in Africa. So I think if nobody else commends us, I would say that our foresight, our understanding, our capacity, then our insight is something that will be celebrated in the nearest future.
We are on 84% completion, and as we just promised Excellency now is that we try to commission this in August, September to make sure that the people of Akwa Ibom can have this asset here to make sure they produce very good foreign income. This deal of the hangar is for 2 747-800 aircraft. This is one of the largest facilities in West Africa, and you can have basically all the CRJs from Ibom Air inside, and as well you can put 8 A220s inside.
The smart terminal, which is modeled after the Dubai International Airport, has key features like a digital self-check-in robot and automated luggage screening. There will also be the weighing and video and scene analysis, which will have static object detection, foot traffic analysis, facial recognition, traffic monitoring, and license plate readers. More unique features of the terminal include moisture control technology for hot seasons, new technologies and best practices involving synchronized motors, regenerational converters, control software, optimization of counterweights and cabin lighting to yield significant savings. The terminal's new systems will include the intelligent transport management systems, fully integrated alarm and voice evacuation system, infrared toilet system with automatic flushing system, as well as an automation of immigration processes and centers. These huge investments are done in view of repositioning the state as an aviation hub in the Gulf of Guinea.
projects. These are massive national projects. As of today, there's no country in West Africa that has an MRO. I stand to be corrected, not even one. Some countries in West Africa, we are hearing that the Western world are even helping them with feasibility studies. Here we have an MRO that is complete at 4%. We have a terminal building that will compete with any terminal building in the world in terms of smartness, in terms of functionality, in terms of what it's designed for, security, safety, everything put together. I think it's commendable. I keep telling people the mouth that does not commend is supposed not to condemn. What we put on ground here is amazing. At times it could be very overwhelming that a subnational can take on this responsibility. I mean, you have to have a large heart to embark on this. And this goes beyond politics. It goes for the love for your people to be able to put this up. And I want to believe that once we complete this, Ibom Air flies regional flight from here. I don't see anybody flying from anywhere in Nigeria aside here.
This taxiway is 3.6 kilometer, international taxiway, and can be used for landing and taking off when there is need to be resurfacing or make any maintenance in the runway. Only is matter to shift the approach light, not more than this. So we are in the finishing stage here. The first 1.5 kilometer from 03 to the Amaro taxiway, it's done completely with marking.
It is therefore pertinent to note that Ibom Air provides over 400 direct jobs and 3,000 indirect jobs for the people of Akwa Ibom State. This was confirmed by the Chief Executive Officer of Ibom Air, Captain Von Udom, who also stated that the airline is being manned by the best professionals in the aviation industry.
We have excellent top managers have been selected from all over the world to manage Ibom Air. Ibom Air is going to employ about 3,000 people engaged with Ibom Air in one way or the other. So it's a decision. We should actually at this time clap for the Governor Udom Emmanuel and his.
Governor Udom understands that apart from conceptualizing and executing a huge project such as Ibom Air, it is important to equip the indigenes of Akwa Ibom with the needed skill set and knowledge to make a difference in the blossoming aviation industry. In a media chat, Governor Udom announced the launch of a new piloting and aeronautic engineering training scheme to train 100 indigenes of Akwa Ibom State. The scheme, according to him, has commenced with its first batch of 42 participants who are being trained by personnel from Airbus Flight Academy.
Airbus experts are on ground. They are not only taking on piloting, they are also doing training both pilots and aeronautic engineers. So I think they are doing the first phase, which is what they have to do while on ground here in Nigeria. Then the second and the third phase will be in Airbus facilities in France. So I think we're on course on that one, and we'll train more. Once we finish the first batch of 40, we're going to take more. My target is to train 100 before I leave office. So I'll take 40 now. If I can take 60 next batch, I think I'll do that. But before May 29, I would have done 100 before I leave.
During the early stage of its operation, Ibom Air flew to and from only Lagos and Abuja. But today it has expanded its destination routes to include Port Harcourt, Calabar, Enugu, and recently Yenogwa in Bayelsa State.
Akwa Ibom, rising. Governor Udom Emmanuel took office with a clear vision to industrialize Akwa Ibom State. Milestone by milestone, he's bringing that vision to life through massive investments in quality education, accessible healthcare, agriculture and infrastructure, new roads and bridges linking communities to opportunities, facilities designed for the world's leading businesses, and factories established through partnerships to create jobs and add value to the economy. We're building a bright, inclusive future where Akwa Ibom stands as the gateway to the region and the hub for West Africa. We're committed to that vision, and we're well on our way to arriving at that destination.
Akwa Ibom. Ami, Madakanda.
Akwa Ibom, rising.
With the development strides in infrastructure, partnership, excellent service delivery and human capital development, Ibom Air has set its standards above the bar in the Nigerian aviation industry, making it the first choice for travelers. According to Governor Udumi Manuel, dreaming is not enough. Action is required to execute a vision. This establishes the fact that the governor's visionary leadership and efficient execution of plans played a great role in engendering the birth of an edifice such as Ibom Air. His leadership style is unarguably one that ensures that Akwa Ibom's economy is revolutionary, bankable, and sustainable.
Akwa Ibom, rising.